Welcome to stage, amazing Sabrina Maniscalco.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's great to be here. This should work magically, I think. Let's see. On, off. Yes, this is me. Of course, on a good hair day, not like now, and with a little bit of help from Photoshop, but yes, this is me. And I'm Italian. You probably will notice from my accent in the following. I am a professor of theoretical physics. I'm also the vice director of the Center of Excellence in Quantum Technologies here in Finland, and I'm the director of the Theoretical Physics Laboratory at the University of Turku. I do research on quantum technologies. These are a new class of technologies that will revolutionize our society and culture, like quantum computers. And they use this beautiful theory, quantum mechanics, which is the theory which describes at the fundamental level our universe and the laws of nature. I'm the head of a group of 2 senior researchers, 6 postdocs, 10 PhD students, and 3 master students. I'm 45 years old, and my weight is 59 kilograms. Actually, 59.6 this morning was 59.6, unfortunately. My height is 163 centimeters, and I love penguins. I've published 144 scientific papers in internationally refereed journals, and I have collected, my papers have collected 4,533 citations by other scientists. My H index is 34. This means that I have at least 34 papers which have been cited 34 times, and I have supervised 9 PhD students until the end of their PhD. Currently, I'm supervising 6 of them. I have obtained funding from national and European agencies for over 3 million euros, and somehow I feel it as a huge responsibility, and I'm in love. I'm a traveler and an adventurer, and I have given over 100 invited talks in conferences all over the world. I love children, but I don't have children, and I don't want to have children. And I'm afraid of darkness. I love physics, I love math, and I totally love my job. I'm opinionated, sometimes hard-headed too, and I'm not good at coding. Coding is not my thing. I enjoy giving talks, and I like shopping. I like dressing up, like for karonkas and dissertations, and I paint my nails, dye my hair, I make up, and I like wearing skirts. I like wine and Aperol Spritz. I like Ashtanga yoga very much, and I love the mountains. I lived in 7 countries, 9 cities, and I changed houses 17 times. None of these things, none of the things I said until now has anything to do with my gender. None of them. Maybe there is a correlation with this, but okay, there might be a correlation, but really none of the things I said has to do with the fact that I'm a female or that any of us has a gender as female or man. I have one main advice for you today. And this is, follow your passion. If you don't know what your passion is, keep exploring. And ideally, find that very subtle, soft spot in which you combine your passion with your strengths, with the things you are naturally good at, with the things you are naturally talented at. So what I try to do is, since the moment in which I realized that I loved physics, and by the way, I don't love only physics, I liked many other things, and perhaps I could have had a career in other directions, I don't know. But physics and math were always like something that made me happy. Okay? That's why I wanted to do it. It was a game. Math was always a game for me at school. It was like playing. And at the same time, I realized math was something that I could do well. So I sort of managed to engineer, if you want, my career around my passion and my strengths. And I think that this is my recommendation to you, my suggestion to you. Don't expect this to be a honeymoon, because it will not be. Despite the fact that I love my job, and I love physics and math, there are a lot of things that are now part of my job that I don't enjoy doing. And sometimes there is a lot of frustration. Sometimes there is a lot of pain. And sometimes you feel defeated. And sometimes you feel like you really would like to say, okay, enough, I quit, I do something else, anything else. But you have to have resilience. You have to understand that there will be moments in which you will feel like giving up. But you will know inside yourself if this is really your call, if this is your job. So persistence, I think resilience is one of the features that you have to have in life and in your career, if you choose a career in academia or in sciences in general. But most importantly, do not let anyone convince you that you are not enough because you're a woman, because of the color of your hair, because of the color of your skin, because of whatever reason. Unfortunately, still nowadays, I see many young girls, even some people, young students of physics, really, that they believe that because they are women, they are less intelligent than men. And they cannot make it because we have another different way of thinking. Yeah, we may have a different way of thinking, but this is a resource. It's something which makes us special. And certainly, it is definitely not something which discriminates us in having a career, a successful career in physics, in science, in tech in general. This is perhaps the most important thing that sometimes I think this should be obvious to everyone. Unfortunately, it is not, remember. I want to end my presentation by reading to you a poem which I love. It's called Wild Geese by Mary Oliver, and I would like to read it and share it with you. I'm not super good at reading poems, okay? It's not really the usual physics, theoretical physics professor job, but I love this, so appreciate the effort. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscape, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination. Calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things. I hope that some of these words will remain with you. And I thank you for listening.